And then I'm like, where exactly I supposed to go? What I supposed to say? I mean, I can explain so many things about that cart right there. But before the cart was built, that flat that is behind it was built. The ancestors they come from the Euro continent, the United Kingdom, established a colony, the 7 colonies, the 7 red line, 7 colonies, and the 7 lines. I'm so tired right now that I can barely think because it's been a long day. Quite frankly, this moment it was specifically taken from all the job in data and audio and images that I had transferred. I know you can feel it too. That's the reason that we both ended in the same time. And then we just ended thinking like, what time got to do in the flat line? And then he come the forensics issue like, bird down, home. But then it come the middle finger and it's like, yeah, what it got to do in the other transmission, different way to tell how life is being developed. There you go with that saliva. It's the reason I tell to myself how exactly this life has something good to tell. If it is just full of reverse psychology, like a transmission, they go in reverse, forward, reverse and forward, reverse and forward. The tires, the tire of the car doesn't even go in 360 degree because it only can go back and forth, and then it somehow ending stacking in that. Oh wow! So who exactly is translating or talking or speaking, basically saying the same thing that you are saying? So I mean, there's nothing else in here is quite that reality that I picture, but it is what I tell before and then after. And now I'm helping you to organize these files, which I will be happy later on because even to talk or speak is kind of heavy because the carbon dioxide that I release and then the nature, feeling the breathe, air, breathe it with the lungs. That's the reason that sometimes I just rather think in the love of God, grace, love, and mercy, the endurance forever and ever. And then somehow God equations slash formulas help me to realize that everything is just basis in the same education that I had done. And so if I say that it's done, right now what I'm passing through is just what's supposed to be to developing, and I keep saying the same over and over because it doesn't stop to developing. Sometimes I even feel so low, lovely, because this place is lovely. Look at how the atmosphere looks. There is nothing in here. Look like the same place that I designed. You see how lovely it is? You say that it's turning. There is artificial intelligence slash virtual reality that connect the power core. Voltages multiplied by amperes equal wattage, but what exactly and the different transmission that got to do. And then it just ending like, but how exactly do you make it through? And like make it through what exactly is that you supposed to talk about? I'm telling so many times, you ain't telling me nothing. Me, I'm just wasting my carbon dioxide or the oxygen or something that could be called conversation, communication, because I'm very sure if I was having something else, I will definitely think about it because I've been working all this area right here, and all I have done is just like a community job, or perhaps you can call in the non-profit organization called Central Union Mission, and I still thinking like I'm proud of myself, and I'm like, what proud? What did that even mean? When you face the physical pain and you feel like you're thirsty and you feel hungry and the food that you're eating doesn't even taste the same because of the physical pain, the post-traumatic stress disorder definitely is gonna hit hit, hit, or should I say, get. So many words in English. It's like my digestion system right now trying to act them up into something, and it doesn't. It's not even like that. I mean, keep developing, and I tell you so many times. Doesn't matter exactly what you say. Doesn't matter what you explain. In the end, what it matter is something they say that Josh or something like that. Then the gases just react again, and I'm like, no problem. I can stand that. Mm, Yep, that's it. Just, I told you so many times. I've been here, done that, already done. I even move forward, just telling you for what to keep feeding this flesh. For what? I mean, stinky flesh. For what to go to the toilet and flush it? For what? It's some kind of chemicals that say, yes, that you need to learn more about the secret of science. And I'm like, what in the secret of science got to do with God, its grace, love, and mercy, the endurance forever and ever? And then it's just like, oh man, so why you focusing this? And I'm like, focusing what? By just explaining. That consciousness will keep telling me about perfection. And I'm like, what exactly is perfection? It's just a matter of time. You will realize that everything is just done. Done, 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 finished. I mean, like I am in here because science. Yeah, 206 bones are basically like, let me put it together for myself so easy. Like, God bless you, God bless me, God creation is blessed. The space, gravity, and time, mass energy equation equal mc squared of 2. The dark matter, black holes and white holes and wormholes and supernovas in every solar system, especially in Milky Way galaxy. The Sun, Mercury, Venus, Moon, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, and Pluto. Praise go up, blessing come down. Praise the God. Should bless the planet Earth and its layer, the inner, outer core, lower mantle, upper mantle, ethnosphere, lithosphere, and continental cross, and oceanic cross, in the 7 continents, the Australian continent, Asian continent, Euro continent, African continent, the Antarctic continent, North American continent, the South American continent, and then like say what? That you told me because you told me so, and I'm like because I told you so, and then like yeah, but when you say because I told you so, who exactly is I told you so? And then like yeah, it's just me myself at night again talking because if I don't talk, then nobody will say the words that out of my mouth, or nobody will definitely understand what I'm talking about. Because obviously, if I speak different language, perhaps just to say thank you in different language, that make it different. And I'm like, well, if it is about that, then God bless you and God bless me. God bless my 206 bones and red blood cell, white blood cell, and cell membrane, and nerve system, creator organelles. Spinal cord, brain stem, cerebellum, occipital lobe, parietal lobe, sensor cortex, motor cortex, frontal lobe, temporal lobe, thalamus, basal ganglia, hypothalamus, and cerebellum, in ophthalmology, biology, neurology, cardiology, dermatology, paleontology, because then it's when I tell him, but I thought you say the science, because science you weren't there. And I keep telling, no, remember, rewind if you want, all of that. Or perhaps you would be stacking into, oh, but it's the electricity. Oh, now you remind me about how much I've been down in this place. And you now you think about, but how I can pay it and with the same thing that you had built. And I'm like, it's not about what the same thing that I have built. It's about having a strong reciprocal conversation with each other about how to develop in a better way before it's too late. Because I can barely think straight without getting to forget about things. Because obviously the human brains and the 78 organs inside of the human body is like the ribonucleic acid and red blood cells that transport oxygen inside the human body. And also once once I think about that, I quickly think that I should be doing better. But then in the same time, how exactly I can do better if I still stuck in the same areas saying area which indicate that I stay stuck in the same state. Can you imagine here in the United States of America, in the state of Maryland, in Brookville, Maryland. Here is where I work, 20,501 Georgia Avenue, Brookville, Maryland. Zip code 2533. Full name Jose David Ortiz Velasquez. Date of birth July 13, 1991. Physical address 65 Massachusetts Avenue, Northwest Washington, D.C. Phone number 202-754-5946. I approve this message. This is my statement for today. I don't know if it will matter in the future, which I'm like, if it matter in the future, then which is the reason that nobody listen when I like, I don't want to work in here. I'm calling you. Somebody just press charges on me. And I'm like, why you pressing charges on me for that? I acting foolishly when some other random human being, and I'm like, yeah, but for what should I do such thing if I first need to be careful what I'm doing, because then I don't know exactly if I'm going to end up hurting myself or hurting such person, and I just rather just step away from evil and the good, find peace, if so it is. Peace, peaceful. Be grateful and thankful so that I will move forward. Yeah, it get bigger and bigger because it's like you say, it get bigger and bigger because it's not about just talking or running the mouth or having a huge education or perhaps having a multiple rich background slash grandfather slash grandmother slash father slash mother slash grand older brother slash older sister slash mpu slash enter.org organizational files. Oxygen is what I need to be able to keep saying these things, talking, speaking, regardless if I say appreciate in different language, still be grateful and thankful with God. So yeah, I hear that before where they say, here, take it, it's yours. And I'm like, that's not exactly what I need either. I'm very sure that before you say that, you still thinking like, why you gotta be this way, why not gotta be in different way. I mean, why it gotta be something that you are quite not understanding. And I'm like, what is that I don't understand? Can you explain it to me? And it's like, yeah, can you explain it to him? It's history, science, social study, math. What is it? Is chemistry or trigonometry, biology, neurology, cardiology? And again, I'm like, I don't have no regret to be able to record this audio, to put on in the data, audio, and image, because for what? I mean, even the car right there, like I said before, just coming in really quickly, talk about it, transmission, pistons, oil, could be Pennzoil, valve oil, different fuel, could be regular gasoline or could be premium, or perhaps it could be PSI on the tire, or could be just a tire there is ever flat. So many different ways to be able to live life. That's the reason that I'm telling you, trying to do the best that I can to be able to help each other, to build up a strong genetic molecule. They help not only the human beings but also each other. Because after all, we understand that we are made up of biology, and all thanks to God for reward us. Because in God we trust. Fast forward, plus it's amazing how God has blessed us with knowledge to understand science, engineering, but still be knowledge which requires energy that is great responsibility. responsibility like Petco company. Yep, that's right. Rejoice. The joy of the Lord is my strength. The word of God is a lamp unto my feet and a light on my path. Power up then. Go ahead. And still saying, go ahead, power up, 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 go ahead, power up. Go ahead, power up, 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 go ahead, power up. So after the piston, you say wire, batteries that require voltages multiplied by ampere equal wattage, and then transmit to the radios and wires in the dashboard. They tell about the fuel, the speed, RPMs to indicate revolution per minute, miles, yep. And then fast forward the gas, if it is empty, medium, or full, the battery life, fast forward the air conditioner with the freon, and plus fast forward still thinking about like y equal mx plus b, which remind me to God equations slash formulas. So I keep praying in worship. So when you wake up from such amazing and theological slash test of something that is have been done for such amazing and wonderful human beings. So what exactly that even developing? Then I end up thinking about what exactly that got to do with theology. I mean, like, I'm here, and exactly who's taking care of myself? Who is taking care of me? Look at that. All of that is just being there, done that. Being there, done that. Being there, done that. Being there, finish that. Being there, done that. Being there, finish that. I even get up upon the tree with a ladder and a chainsaw with mixing fuel and also oil. And I'm like, what exactly I'm cutting these branches for? These branches are the one that help me to recycle the carbon dioxide that it come out of my lungs. Left lung, right lungs, all that. I mean, my mind, what exactly I'm supposed to say about it. Fast forward back into the vehicle slash cars, automobile. It's multiple names that mean the same. It remind me to the life that I'm living. It's so bamboozled, confused. And then I told him, well, if you lack of wisdom, then praise and worship to God, which is will be happy to reward you. And I'm glad that you are here, because I mean, what exactly I'm supposed to say? What else I should say more? Enjoy breakfast, lunch, and dinner, fresh drink to calm down the thirstiness of the body. Fast forward, then it indicate that it has something around. What else? Fast forward. The consciousness is just telling about perfection and what you're doing in here. Do you know that this is basically just a private property? In this private property, you are a full-time employee, and I'm looking to myself and then thinking like, what you mean by that? Don't you understand that this is who I am? I always working. I don't care if you say like go to rest, like what exactly rest got to do in the IRS? Yeah, IRS. IRS and fast forward, you forgot. Oh, now that I forgot about the radiator, say yeah, you forgot about the explain about the radiator, explain about the brake calipers and differentials and brakes and seat belts and body car. Explain about the wires and transmissions and how exactly do you know and for which reason you don't got me, but you have so much money. So that means that this is trying to fraud you. And I'm like, who exactly is who trying to fraud me? If it what in the God creation they're trying to fraud? I mean, there is nothing in there. Literally, God. I don't know what exactly it's supposed to be. I don't know, probably my elders, they're just looking at me from above, and I'm like, yeah, whatever, this is me, doing my best. Well, I'm doing my best, so like it is more stress. I still thinking that I'm blessed by the best, so whatever that mean, and the windows and doors and glasses and mirrors and fuel injection and transmissions and turbos. And what exactly do you all know about the car, auto, vehicle? What exactly? There's different cars, different transmission. That's for sure. It will look like a magazine, and I'm like, yeah, it look like a magazine. You see the picture, you throw a picture right there, and then the photo projecting. Then you take out of this right here, and there you go. You say there was hand, is it? Yeah. And I told her so many times, who was hand? Who exactly is hand? And when you say hand, exactly, that's what I say to you. I use any pronoun to be able to make myself understand. I am independent, like the independence of the USA was since July 4th, 1776. Our ancestry, they even used needles and thread and worked hard to be able to create a flat what used to be like a circle. Because that's the reason that today I feel the pain on my face. You know, I was working hard and smart, explain it that a screw to untie to screw it off has to go counterclockwise, to screw it in has to go clockwise. Yeah, I was doing great until just feeling the pain. I guess that's the reason that I'm doing it here this, because then it will come and step into a scale. Let me check your vital sign. Behave. Your heartbeat is kind of overrated thing. You de-escalating the case. What's going on with you today? Are you dreaming? I mean, are you drinking, or you been drinking today? What exactly do you be drinking? Can you step outside of the car and do the walkie-talkie and fast forward? What exactly that's supposed to mean? And then it's exactly what I say. Don't be afraid. Fear not, say the angel of the Lord, for I am with thee. And then fast forward and like, how exactly that's going to happen? It's going to happen to you too. And this can happen to you too. And I tell them so many times, if this can happen to me too, then that means that we need to work smart and not hard. Because if this is a fraud, then we're supposed to protect each other. Or otherwise, the fraud will turn into be an organized crime, which is that would be complicated and difficult to get out. Because then the organized crime will lead to other organized crime. To respond instantly, we will need to call back up, or to call your CEO to transfer your information into a better place where you feel safety, secure, happy, and success. Don't let other people put words in your mouth that you don't want to say. And I'm like, what exactly that even mean in my human life? What exactly is normal about? Where is the airplane that you think that you hear it? Or what is the helicopter that you hear it? Or what is the aircraft carrier that you saw? All of that is just based in a simple digital media slash TV slash computer slash smartphone slash input slash enter. And that's how it's built up. Now the memory is already full, and it's coming to say goodbye. Thank you very much. No matter this time, I can't fraud you and my beloved family either. So we all ended in the same point. What exactly we're gonna do from now on? Thank you, Noah, for coming.
For sure.
But you're not leaving now, do you?
I may come back.
You might come back?
Yeah.
All right.
So, all right. I'll see you.
See you. That's the reason I'm telling you. I don't forget about no key. That key actually indicate that is knowledge. Knowledge which require energy. Energy that is responsibility. Responsibility which is remind me to a ribonucleic acid slash RPMs, revolution per minute. Then I just keep talking, speaking, because I'm grateful and thankful. appreciate it. I can move from this angle, but like I told you, this all it would be. Nothing. Being there, done that, I already told you. So, what exactly I should have said? Oh Lord, oh God, my heart if not lifted up, my eyes are not rising too high. I do not occupy myself with things too great and too marvelous for me. Like a child when it is mother, like a child when it is mother, is my soul with me. Oh, land of the free and the home of the brave, trust in God from today and forevermore, because His grace, love, and mercy endures forever and evermore. Then here I am again. So my consciousness keep telling me about monuments, and then the monuments is just ending screaming, just don't tell nobody where they will take you and where you take me. Will you take me to the nature where my ancestors were laboring for labor department, food and drug administration, and department of agriculture? Nothing else than that. Labor department and keep the schedule nice and tight. Well, thank you very much for the kindness, compassion, and self-control in those wonderful and amazing words. They're telling us not only about how exactly the human body is, but also about how to approach with careful with each other, to share with to share the knowledge in a wonderful and amazing reciprocal conversation, to learn to appreciate and exactly what exactly I mean. Like what else I should explain? The nature is green, the night is dark, the season plays by, and spring season, summer, fall, winter. It is time for everything. So what exactly is gonna be? I'm gonna track you right in there. When the same abilities that you are created, when the same abilities you also those skills will be against you. And then I go back and remind me about my consciousness that it keep asking me about perfection. And I'm like what perfection is when somebody else just throw you and telling you remain on silence and everything that you say will be against you in a court trial. And then when you figure it out that a court trial is also basis and the same organized crime. I mean, this not a fraud or what else could possibly be? Well, my consciousness keep asking me, so what is perfection? You want to keep a study about science and chemistry, mixing hydrogen to oxygen 1H2O with different flavors if you want to work for the Food and Drug Administration or be for a different thing. Well, my kidney right now and my ureter and also my liver, my small intestine, big intestine, stomach, esophagus, trachea, jewel of the tongue, the tip of the tongue, Molan, canine, front teeth, nostril, yeah, left lung, right lung, heart, artery vein, pancreas, pleasing to me, telling me like I should be like this, that I should be like that. And I'm like, what in the pronoun you talking about? And then he keep commenting and say, oh, but you don't know nothing at all about these chemicals. And I'm like, what chemicals are you talking about? If it is the same carbon dioxide that I release like you do, everything that is alive has a ribonucleic acid. And you're trying to say something that I say before, and I'm like, well, that's up to you, not to me, because I already finished with it. It's done, it's done. Uh, how do you know that it's done? Do you have proof? And I'm like, well, proof? I got it, dude. If the proof is right there, power cord, HDMI cord, USBs, television, fixing the spectrum with the screen, or change the channel and the volume, or pressing menu button. And what exactly you gotta do to change the channel? And I'm like, what channel? What television? What computer? What are you talking about? I mean, like, are you pursue your education or what exactly is that you are doing in here then? And like I'm full-time employee here, and this is a private organization slash private property which work from Central Union Mission. Look at what the vulture, you see the vulture over there? Yeah, I'm very sure that's the vulture trying to figure it out, like he's trying to act him out like a judge. And I'm like, how exactly a vulture will be a judge if it is also part of the same carbon dioxide they are released? We have vultures, falcons, fast forward with the seagulls, and also the different birds from the sky. A feather is mighty than a pen, and I'm telling so many times, then whatever. And they start to think about like, do you see things or you hear things that people doesn't see? And I'm like, I don't do that, but I'm very sure that if you say it, it's because I say it before. And it, because if I say it, that doesn't mean that you can incriminate your own self. So just stop it. That doesn't make no sense. And please tell yourself to behave. And I'm like, tell myself to behave. Exactly where I should behave right here. Look. There's nobody here. I mean, like a forest. It's like I'm just dropping here. And then I'm like, what exactly is in here? Trees, branches. Now the Kubota tractor M4900. They're trying to ask me how is that I realize to appreciate. And I'm like, what a difference it make to you? Because in me, it doesn't make no difference. So thank you very much for your great and wonderful cooperation. I figured out that I will run an analysis and transfer this information to a terabyte, gigabytes, megabytes, gigabytes. Yeah, transfer with the data and USB. So appreciate your good cooperation. Have a blessing life, and I hope that in this human life, or probably if it is other life in there, they say there is other life, but I don't care about it. I mean, like, what exactly I need a different life for? I've been searching for a different job, but I don't get it because I need my employment authorization card. But before I do an employment authorization card, I need this attorney, and they know how to do the job. But here I am, this nature. What I don't get is what exactly I'm doing here for. What I am doing. I'm going to take a walk. Let's go. Yeah, you hear me loud and clear now. This statement is basically screaming, yelling. Oh, look, the sun is outside. I thought I was something else, but it is the sun. The sun, which is 93 million miles away from planet Earth, and it is about 27 million degrees Fahrenheit. Yeah, I talk about that too. And the moon, that is about 406,700 kilometers away. Oh, look, the airplane that you were saying, like, what is the airplane right there? You don't see it? I'm very sure you saw it. Yeah, this birds in the wire, so about that. There's the Kubota tractor. You've been talking and working on it. Yeah. Oh, you feel that? Your digestion system. Oh, that's over there. I think it's Colana Howard, aka Coco, and Brady, aka Pack Scar. How the car who belongs to? Let's see. It look like belongs to Don. Let's see. I don't know who that car belongs to. Over there, got the swimming pool chef. There's three. They help me to recycle my CO2, carbon dioxide. They always whisper me about perfection, and I'm like, what perfection you talking about? Hippocratic quoted the Khan. If you don't even speak, you can barely understand what exactly I say. I even has to use my knowledge that require energy that is responsibility. You think that you have responsibilities, and I'm like, yeah, you should try my human life. I mean, like, you're more than welcome. All I hope is that you have the knowledge and energy to be able to realize that, oh man, guy, what exactly just happened? And I tell him, well, I think we should be more friendly, like friendly and kind. I think what you didn't happen is that you don't understand. You don't understand when I say what I say to you. You just pretend that you know everything. But before you pretend that you know everything and that you are better than a judge, you need to realize that what exactly then is the judge. There is no such a thing as a judge out of a court trial. This mental statement that I'm doing is always perfectly fit in the data, images, and audio. And even the audio, I take my breath away to say appreciate it. Appreciate it. Over there is the zip line, a longer zip line in Maryland. And that is the land that the state of Maryland is claiming because they say the protected forest. I had to pass with the Kubota tractor and the bush hog around there. I even had to fix that. Sometimes when they break down, like the bell, grease up, oil, put more fuel on it. I feel kind of low energy when I had to think that I leave it Michael Christopher Tate and doing such thing as transporter, the diesel and gasoline. And then is when I tell him, well, if technology matter to you and you have a smartphone, remember that I never request to work in here. All I did is just prove to you that I am a hardly working person, that I come in here to work and nothing else to work, because Labor Department and food, what do you say, Food and Drug Administration, Department of Agriculture, there's nothing to play about. Like when the children come to play in there, even the teenagers enjoy it. So what exactly? Do you think that I am here alone? Or what exactly am I supposed to say after this? Because it doesn't matter to me, but it matters to the elders. That's the reason that I work until my 206 bones and say it is enough. Enough is enough. And I'm like, well, if it is enough, then what are you waiting for to hang up? Because, oh man, all mankind. But they trying to move me around, and I'm like, yeah, but where you are when you're trying to move me around, just take a look. What? Where you are when you're trying to move me around. That's exactly what I say. I always been in here. I got my ancestries slash theology slash God slash faith slash destiny slash impure slash enter.org. It's organizing my files in a way that can barely understand who is going to be such blessing or family member, something like that. And I'm like, what did that even mean? And God equation is like formula, you just trying to fraud me again? I don't know. That's what they say. So what exactly will be next? And I told him so many times, well, teamwork made the dream work. So what happened now? Should we put it back together? Should we leave it in here? Should we move forward? Because this is what I did. This is exactly what I have done. And I do it this mostly like, oh, how many years I've been working in here already? I feel like this soil, land is perfectly fitting in my heart, and I'm like, just don't fall in love with kindness, compassion, and self-control, and screaming that, don't worry, be happy, because then is when you will realize that, exactly what then is cash money for you then. What is diamonds, what jewelry, what exactly is that for you? Trying to fraud me again, and I'm like, I don't have no clue if you understand what I'm saying. And then they ending hearing this audio, image, and data. They start to think like, but I'm just explaining to you. You told us many times like, you explain it to me. What exactly you explain it to me? Look, That is where I work, full-time employee in such property. Such property, yeah, that's what I mean. Full-time employee in such property. And I'm like, that even, is even a property in there? Literally, I mean, like, man, that's the reason I just keep walking, doing my best, because I know how the electricity runs through the human body. More freedom that I create for this simple consciousness that keep asking me about perfection. And I tell you what perfection gotta do when you already realize that even the quail, they was sacrificed for the Israelites when they were sent them free from Egypt. And I'm like, oh well, I guess you love me so much that you push me to the limit so I can reach out to you and encourage you with these words. They make you feel the knowledge and energy, which is responsibility. Even a deers over there, they asking me, I'm ready to get sacrificed for you. And I'm like, I already have eat bread for lunch and dinner, and I enjoy my drinks. So I don't need you to comment in my face and telling me that I should sacrifice. No, that is boulevard a broken dream. I mean, you can play any music song, go ahead and rejoice and run like if you were running a track. I mean, what a difference it made to me. If I've been there, it's an emotion, call them feelings, come out of the hippocampus and this human consciousness that they keep asking me about perfection and what exactly that even mean when you don't even understand when I say what's going on, what exactly what's up. And I'm telling nothing else than learning how to be peaceful and mindful. Well, that job that I had done in there too is called the Law Road Course. The Law Road Course, which indicate that when the children come to play, which is physical activity, for them just to keep learning how to use the skills that they have in their body, which remind me to myself when I go through this physical activity, physical, and the other word about physical is emotional, physical and emotional. It's like if I was doing some visual and physical resume. Yeah, and he keep talking me about what exactly I'm doing in here, that for how many years I've been working in here. And I love it when they ask me the questions, for sure. I love it then. You know what I love then? Because I'm very sure they remember me. And then when they remember me, they just end thinking like, what exactly is going on in here? Why he's doing that? And I'm like, I'm not doing nothing else than just doing my job. Yeah. You see the pole light in there? There's nothing wrong with it. I hope not. Yep. Checking the wires. That light pole that should be moved. I don't know when we're going to move. I don't know. But the main thing was anticipation. Do you remember when Michael Christopher Tate talked about how they will organize and orchestrate the power, which require energy? They will feed themselves and be strong and courageous with Joseph Marimano and Michael Christopher Tate and the rest of the team work in Central Union Mission. Well, I think that's good enough, right? Thank you very much. Appreciate you. Goodbye.